Hello and welcome. So today we're going to be looking at how you can use content writing to turn readers into customers. That's what we're going to be looking at today. Now let's start from defining content writing. For those of us that are not very familiar with the term, content writing is the process of creating various written materials for your readers. So you could create these written materials on blogs, via emails, via written content on your social media. These are all forms of content writing. Now, what's the difference between content writing and content marketing? The difference is in the goal. That is the major difference. When it comes to content writing, we've already defined it. Content writing primarily focuses on creating high quality content. Content creation and the likes of it. That is what content writing focuses on. Content marketing, on the other hand, is there for the marketing side of things. It is written content that is designed to drive a specific action. It is designed to market something. It could be that you just want those people to subscribe to your YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It could be that you want those people to follow you. It could be that you want them to opt into your lead magnet. It could be that you want them to buy your product. But content marketing always gears at using content to drive a specific action. So that is the difference between content writing and content marketing. Now, there are some importance of content writing. Of course, I will not come and be sharing something that is not of importance to you, but there are three importance of content writing that you as a business owner, you need to keep in mind. The first one is lead generation. So all the writing that goes on when you're trying to generate leads. Yes, you need content writing to write all those things. You need content writing. Content writing also helps boost audience engagement. So if your writing is good, you will notice that you will have a lot of people that will be engaging with you. And guess what? Your writing actually translates into your video content. That is, if your written content is not very conversational or is boring, the chances that when you record a video like this, it's going to be boring too is very high. So this is how important your written content is. And again, content writing helps with brand awareness. So with content writing, you're going to be able to get more eyeballs on your business. Because yes, if people are enjoying reading from you, if they're enjoying hearing from you, they will share with other people, and then they would also invite their friends to come and also see the goodness of the Lord. So your written content can actually do these three things that I've just listed if you are taking the right steps. Before we enter into the types of content, I would just like to mention that one of the very important things when it comes to your written content, maybe your content in general, is your customer avatar. Your customer avatar is like your ideal customer. They could be imaginary, or you could have created it from a real customer. But your customer avatar is designed to give you an idea of the kind of person that your business should even be targeting. Now, when you have a very good understanding of who this person is, you will find it easier to actually go into the world and write content that will be interested in. Because you know these people's fears, you know their pain, you know their objection, you know where it irks them, and then you are here to give them the solution to that problem. So having a good understanding of your customer avatar is a very key step in anything marketing and advertising, and content writing is not different. Over to types of content. Now we have stories, we have reviews, company updates, educational posts, inspirational posts, behind the scene, this or that, also called comparison posts, customer showcase posts, holiday posts, cautionary tale, and so much more. How about forms of content? There are various forms that you can actually deliver this content. It could be emails, it could be blog articles, it could be social media posts. These are all forms of content. These are all ways that you can deliver your content. There are some things that you should take note of when you're creating your content. You can look at them as points to consider when you're actually trying to create your content. The first one, do a lot of research first. You don't just want to dive into creating content when you've not done enough research. Make sure that you've done enough research first. 2, organize your writing with your calendar. Make sure that your writing is well organized on your content calendar first, so that you will know that this post is supposed to go out on Tuesday, this email is supposed to go out on Wednesday, this article on Thursday. You will just know when each piece of content is supposed to go out. 3, insert holidays. So after you've done this, insert holidays into your calendar. After you've inserted your holidays, then you can now begin to fill up with the content that you may have gotten from your brain dump. 4, after you've put in your content, take note of the form that each of this content is going to take. Is it supposed to be a reel? Is it supposed to be a carousel? Is it supposed to be an email? How is this content, like what form is it going to be delivered in? After your content heading, you can just put in bracket blog article, bracket email, and so on and so forth. Then of course, when you're writing, make sure you write conversationally. You don't want to write like a robot. Avoid any robotic writing. Avoid it. People are not going to read it. If you're writing in a way that makes people feel like disconnected from you, they are not going to want to continue reading from you. Nobody has that time to read a boring article, to read a boring email. It needs to be something that actually drives them and makes them want to keep reading. And lastly, edit, proofread, edit. You cannot edit enough, especially when it's long form content like blog articles. It is very, very easy to omit some grammatical errors or some mixing up of tenses that you should have corrected before. You can easily miss it because it is long form writing. You need to make sure that you actually take your time to edit, to proofread, and edit as many times as possible, just to be sure. And when you're editing and proofreading, try not to do it on the same day. That's a rookie mistake. Example, if you have an email that wants to go out, right? Let's say it wants to go out on Friday, and this is Tuesday. Now, you're done with the email, you've edited and you've proofread. Allow yourself to sleep and wake up. Wednesday, look at it again. If you still cannot find any errors, leave it. Friday morning, you can, like, before you send out the email, look again. I guarantee you that at least either on that Wednesday you checked or Friday morning, you're going to see errors. That if you had read it 10 times, on the Tuesday you wrote it, you would not have seen it. That's just how writing works sometimes. So keep this tip in mind when you're editing and proofreading any piece of content. But let's look at the 8 stages of content writing. These are like stages that when you're trying to write your content, everyone has to pass through. So if you're asking yourself, oh my God, I struggle with writing content, I don't even know what to write most times, I don't know how to start, I don't know how to end, I don't know how to go about it, these 8 stages will definitely help you. If you're enjoying this video, make sure that you've liked, make sure that you drop a comment on your favorite points so far, and of course make sure you subscribe. The first stage is to identify your target audience. Remember, I talked about how this is the key to everything. Before you even start writing, let's imagine that you were paid to write content for a sales page, right? Let's imagine that you were paid to write an email sequence made up of 5 emails. Okay, before you start writing the email sequence, you need to ask yourself, who are the people that are supposed to receive this email sequence? What are they like? What are their objections? What are some challenges they may be facing? What are their pain points? So that you can tailor those emails that will be in the sequence to those people. That is basically why it's important for you to understand your target audience. Next, you need to determine what makes you different. Sometimes we call this our unique selling proposition or our unique selling point, USP. Anyone you call it is fine by me, but that thing that will help you stand out. Now, whatever it is that you want to say in that email, I want you to know that you're not the first person to say it. You probably will not be the last. What makes you different? Why should we care about that your email? That is what you should consider. Next, you need to consider your metrics. What are the metrics that are going to help you know whether this your content was giving what it should give? Let's imagine, still using our email example, you need to know the metrics that are going to make you know that, okay, this email that I wrote is actually doing the work it's supposed to do. You are going to look at things like your open rates. You're going to look at things like your click-through rates if there are links inside the email. So you need to look at your bounce rate, your spam rate. You look at all these things. These are metrics that will help you know whether that content you wrote, whether it did the job that it was supposed to do. Now, if it's social media posts, you have things like impressions, likes, comments, shares, and so on and so forth. So you need to have an idea of the metrics, except you are not interested in growing. But if you're interested in growing as a content writer, you need to have a good handle on your metrics, because they're going to show you whether you are doing well or not. Numbers don't lie. Next, research. Now that you know what those people are interested in, you have an idea of your metrics and so on, and you need to start researching on topics that those people are interested in. What are some topics that they could be interested in? You research on it, you just do a brain dump, and the more you research, you will even get ideas in your head that you will just be putting down. Before you know it, you have 30, 60, 100 ideas that you can now go ahead and execute. As you're researching, be generating content ideas. As you're researching, remember I said you'll be getting ideas, you'll be just doing a brain dump. You will also be getting content ideas simultaneously and be organizing it as you're getting them. You can organize them based on topics. You can organize them based on the posts that you want to go first. How you organize them is actually up to you. After you've gotten your content topics or your content ideas, the next thing is to now write the actual content, aka captions. So you now go ahead and write captions. Example, if one of the content ideas that you thought about was 5 secrets when you're researching hashtags for your Instagram. Let's say that's the content idea that you thought about. Now you actually have to write the caption. You can start by saying something like, I know a lot of us have been struggling with creating hashtags for our Instagram, but I'm here to rescue you. Let's look at 5 secrets that can help you easily get hot hashtags that you can use for your business. Then you now go ahead and talk more about it. So you have to go ahead and write the caption after you've gotten the content idea. After you've written the caption, the next is you optimize. You optimize for that specific goal that you would like to achieve. This is where your call to actions come in. You tell them, please like, please follow, please share, please send the DM, please drop content in the comment section. You know, you tell them what to do and they will do it. And finally, you publish. That one is the easy part. You just press send or publish and it goes out into the world. But if you followed all these steps and doing it right, you will find out that you'll be able to create content very, very easily. In another video, I would share tools, my favorite tools that I use for content creation, so that we can also dive deeper into the more practical side of things. If you're interested in this video, just drop content in the comment section. Let me get Ginger and Mura to deliver. Okay? Content writing cannot be overemphasized because it is a strategy that helps you build this connection. It helps you build connection with your audience. It makes your audience feel like, I know you. Like, I had one experience a couple years ago and someone came to our community and the person was like, I paid for a service since yesterday and Oma hasn't responded. I hope she has not run away with my money. And then that person said, no, Oma cannot do that. I know her. And I went to look at I have never interacted with this person before. This person has never bought anything from me, but she just felt like she knew me and she could trust me because of my content. That is how powerful your content is. So if you're sleeping on putting out good content, you need to do better. Some of you, your only idea of content is to just post your product and services. You're not trying, you need to do better. Content should educate. Content should entertain. Content should give us inspiration. Content should be everything and more. Your content can make your audience consider you first before any other of your competitors. I'm telling you this. Did you get value from this video? Have you subscribed? All right, thank you so much for subscribing. Now, don't forget to share this link with a friend that is struggling with content. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.